It's the Behind the Shade show.
Welcome, everyone. Today we're going to talk about this.
However, let me just ask you what you said in the documentary. You clearly actually would, by your own admission, disown a son who said they were gay. And yet your mother, you said, hates people that are racist, sexist, homophobic, and so on. Why be so brazenly homophobic if your own mother, who you clearly love and respect and care about, if she's so against that, why would you be so happy to be brazenly homophobic?
I wouldn't say I'm homophobic.
You would disown a child for being gay. That's about as homophobic as it gets.
That's your opinion, and in my opinion, that's not homophobic.
It's a fact of what homophobia is.
Okay.
What do you think homophobia is?
I think homophobia would be severely discriminating against gays. And I think that, maybe going around and bullying them or whatever could be considered homophobic.
You don't think
I don't really care what the definition is.
Bullying them because of their sexuality?
I'm not bullying them. I'm not bullying my child.
By disowning them?
It's not bullying.
What is it?
Definitely not bullying.
What would you call it? If you disown your own child for being gay, something they couldn't possibly
I'd call it good parenting. That's what I'd call it. I'd call it good parenting.
Really?
We clearly have different beliefs. I don't care what your belief is. If you grow up,
we don't actually. We both come from the same belief, which is we were brought up by mothers who did not share this view. So actually, we're very similar. It's just you've taken a weird turn where your mother, who hates homophobia, has got a son who actually thinks it's perfectly okay to say you would disown your own child, your own son, if they said they were gay. And
would you be happy if you raised your son and your son came out gay? Would you be happy, Piers? Would you be happy, Piers, if you had one child, one son?
I wouldn't care less.
You wouldn't care?
No.
Okay, then that's your beliefs. Me and you have totally different beliefs.
Yeah, but
I know that you're trying to double down on this point.
Yeah, but Harrison, why do you think your belief does not constitute homophobia?
Piers, we can all have a push and a shove. You might not agree with some of my points. I don't agree with some things that you do.
One of the interesting things that I always found about Piers Morgan is that if you disagree with him on something he strongly believes, he will continue to ask about it, and ask about it. And this is something that men in their masculinity don't do. And the reason why I say that, because it comes across as, what's the word I'm looking for? Nagging, annoying. And these are things that usually are associated with feminine energy. I want to know, I want to know, I want to know. And this is not to say that women do it or men do it, because they both do it. Everyone has access to feminine and masculine energy. The problem that arises here is that man to man, person to person, if someone asks you a question and you answer that question, believe their answer the first time, unless you want further information to why they came to that answer, which Harrison presented. Your belief is your belief. My belief is mine, and so many others' beliefs are theirs. And some may come together in harmony, and some may not, and some may be similar in nature. It doesn't make it right or wrong, depending on the laws of the land. It just makes it different. Now, if someone's going to raise their household a certain way, there's going to be aspects of you raising that household that you may agree with and you may not agree with. And that is your choice and your right. But for you to come now and say that I'm going to impose my beliefs, my values on your household, that's arrogance. And that shouldn't be the case. Have the dialogue and continue forward. But let's listen to what else happens.
You did on the Netflix show.
Oh, really? Really?
Yes.
To people like you, sir, I don't mind that. You make yourself look like an idiot every single day when your wife is at home posting pictures that you're out and she wants to get used like a toy by a big black man who is cleaning her car. Is that why you have a problem with me? Is that why you're pushing this homophobic narrative? Because I'm the big black man that shagged your wife while you are on holiday. Okay? We can all have a push and a shove, sir. Let's go back to talking. about the documentary and less of the homophobia.
Do you know what? Here's what I think about you. I watched the documentary. I think you're a fucking idiot. I think you're a sexist, misogynist, homophobic twerp who got exposed in a global way by Netflix, by Louis Theroux, for what you are. You're a little half-wit, and you'll make your little followers
don't get rattled.
a little laugh
Don't get
and everything
rattled.
else. But I don't see any point wasting. There's no point me wasting my time talking to you. Is there? What's the point?
Exactly. No. Do you know what? Let's chill it down then, because what I just said, there's 50 more things that we can have a stupid back and forth and try and one up each other.
Care. I don't
just
care
talk
about
to
your
me
silly
normally.
insults.
Talk to me normally. Talk to me normally.
I don't care about your silly insults.
But what do you mean you don't care? What do you mean you don't care? What I said is fact. I have a picture of it. I can flip it around and show you right now.
I couldn't care less about your silly little insults. It's like a 2-year-old. Why would I care?
A 2-year-old? A 2-year-old? Listen, sir, I don't know why you come on and you talk like you're holier than thou. As soon as you're away,
all right, let's
who's
end
this?
this.
Applications are open.
All right, let's just
that's your ting, bro. That's your girl.
Let's end this.
Cooked.
You know what? I'm not doing this. Sorry, guys. It's pointless.
So Piers decides to run away. And the reason why he ran is because now his family values are being challenged. His wife, the person that he said for better or for worse, and is beginning a lot worse lately, he is in a situation where his wife is posting pictures of men topless, cleaning her cars, in shorts, suddied up, soaped up, and making all these comments about it. And the strange thing about it is when Piers is challenged, instead of accepting what he was doing, he runs. That's where the hypocrisy starts, and that's why you don't take people like that seriously. They can tell you what's wrong in your household, but you can't tell them what's wrong in theirs. Even though he believes that it's wrong, and that's why he left, he started to name call. That's when you know you've lost the conversation. Because what he should have done is said, yes, I'm aware of this. Yes, I understand this is the way it looks, but here's what my wife and I do together. Does he owe anyone an explanation? No. Does he need to address it? Yes, and here is why. He's condoning what goes on in other people's households. So that part of his household is easy target for everyone to pick apart. Because the men all have a similar build and skin color. So the question then could be, is this a fetish? Is she sexualizing these men in this way? Do they know? Do they not know? Everyone agrees to it, but here's the thing. It happens when he's away. So that's where it raises the red flags. And Piers doesn't want to confront that. Because when everything is said and done, it makes him look less than. Because if you're going to go to other men who have a similar build and similar skin color and talk down on them, all they have to do is say, well, you know what? I'm the big black guy that your wife wants me over when you're not there. And he has nothing to say. That's why when that was brought up, all he could do was deflect. That's why when the picture was shown, all he can do was run. There are two things that men are very insecure about. There are three: height, money, and the people who are around their female friends, especially if it's guys, and especially if it's men that look better than them physically and have more sex appeal. Those are three things that men get very insecure about. And the interesting thing about it is the first two, height and money, that's within. You can control that because you can maybe work on it yourself. Understand that some of those things don't matter. But when it comes to the company your woman keeps, that's where it becomes harder, because she was either like that way from the very beginning and you ignored it, or something has changed in the dynamic of your relationship and now she's adopting those types of behaviors. Both are trouble. Both need communication. So to the men who are like Piers out there who can dish it out and don't take it, my advice to you, keep your mouth shut until you either have control of your household or you're secure about your household. Until then, you will always be an easy target.